Tonight we report on REC Silicon's request to settle their property taxes for 2014 and how a man running from law enforcement forgot that he gave his name before fleeing. What's going on in sports, Bob?
Central Washington picks up a win in their last home game of the season, and Big Bend Volleyball splits games with Blue Mountain in Treasure Valley. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
For this Wednesday, we'll have a break from unsettled conditions, but we do expect another round of showers. I'm Cristina Sanchez, and I'll let you know when with your 7-day forecast just ahead.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
REC Silicon officials want the state to review Grant County's 2014 assessment of the company's Moses Lake property. The company made its request public Friday. The county allowed the company to appeal directly to the State Board of Tax Appeals in 2012, but refused last year. REC's attorney, Michelle DeLappy, claimed Grant County Assessor Lori Grammer initially agreed to a direct appeal last year as well, but decided against it later. The decision to move forward with a direct appeal in 2012 affected Moses Lake because city officials didn't learn about the drop in property taxes paid by REC until 2013, after the city council approved the budget. DeLappy claimed Grammer's decision to deny the company the chance to directly appeal the value of its property tax to the state didn't allow taxing districts to properly prepare for getting less in property taxes. Grammer said she didn't have a response to the company's request. She was going to be out of the office until November 10th. The Rotary Club of Moses Lake and Kiwanis Club of Moses Lake got together to help Big Bend Community College, and reporter Devin Higgins tells us how they did it.
About 2,100 students of all ages attend Big Bend Community College, and their public safety department got some help with the addition of 20 new automated defibrillator units across the campus. The AEDs do everything from help monitor vital signs to delivering life-saving shocks to people suffering heart episodes and providing data to EMTs and doctors. The units were donated through fundraising efforts by the Moses Lake Rotary and Kiwanis Club, and head of public safety Kyle Foreman said it's a huge benefit for the school.
Studies have shown that people who suffer from a sudden cardiac arrest have a much better chance of survival if they receive early CPR and early defibrillation. To have that early defibrillation, we need to have the AEDs in every building, and that's what this project has accomplished for us. The Rotary Club and the Kiwanis were very generous in donating about $25,000 to adding these AEDs to every publicly accessible building on campus, and that's a testament to their commitment to the health and well-being of our students, our employees, and the visitors to the college.
At Big Bend Community College, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
State auditors did not find any problems during their audit of the Columbia Basin Hospital. The Washington State Auditor's Office recently released its 2013 audit report for the Ephrata Hospital. The state auditors conduct regular audits of government agencies looking at compliance with state and federal laws. The auditors looked at the hospital's payroll, potential conflicts of interest, and how well cash received by third parties is recorded. A man fled from a Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife officer after giving the officer his name. Prosecutors charged Jake Hernandez, a 24-year-old Seebeck man, in Grant County Superior Court with attempting to elude a pursuing police vehicle. The Fish and Wildlife officer reportedly spotted Hernandez driving an off-road vehicle east on Road 24.7 Southwest. The officer stopped the man and told him he was violating the law by riding on the road and riding without a helmet. Hernandez reportedly gave the officer his name when he was asked. When the officer got into his truck, Hernandez allegedly started the vehicle and began driving away on Road U Southwest. The officer reportedly chased Hernandez to a nearby orchard where the man disappeared. When the officer checked Hernandez's information, he learned the man's driver's license was suspended and he had 2 warrants for misdemeanors. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll be right back after this.
Attention business owners. The deadline is fast approaching to advertise in the 2015 edition of the Moses Lake Local Book. Don't be the only business left out. In print or online, it's the best way to reach your customer when they're ready to buy. Call today to place your ad by calling 877-738-9829 or by visiting us online at www.statewideyp.com. The Moses Lake Local Book Telephone Directory. Simply the best advertising.
Hi, I'm Angus Lee, the Grant County Prosecutor, and I've spent my entire adult life committed to public service. As a younger man, I fought for our country in the United States Marines, and I was awarded the Combat Action Ribbon and the Purple Heart. For nearly a decade now, I've been fighting criminals here in Grant County. My trial record speaks for itself. I have convictions in over 90% of my jury trials, and I've personally prosecuted the most serious cases, and I've won.
Angus Lee, the proven crime fighter.
I'm Angus Lee, and I approve this message.
Hi everyone, I'm Cristina Sanchez with your One News Weather Center, brought to you by Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. We begin your forecast with our headlines. We do have a nice end of the week awaiting for us. Showers will end throughout the night here in our Columbia Basin. Showers will return on Thursday, especially on Thursday afternoon. Then for now, we will have a break from unsettled conditions for this Wednesday afternoon. Now for today, we did start off the day in the upper 40s, average lows in the low 30s, and then we had high temperatures into low 60s. Average high for Alpharetta is 51 on this day. Now for Moses Lake, very similar conditions, high temperatures into the low 60s, started off the day in the low 50s when the average low for this day is in the low 30s. Now, right now, current temperatures are right around the mid 50s. We do have partly cloudy skies and mostly cloudy skies in other parts of our state. Still some showers along the coast will continue for this Wednesday afternoon. Mostly cloudy conditions will clear out a little bit for this Wednesday afternoon. Then on Thursday morning, showers will return, especially along the coast and into our Columbia Basin along for the afternoon hours of Thursday. But for Wednesday for us will be pretty dry. Then this Thursday along the inland northwest, we'll see some more showers in store, especially along the morning hours. And along the coast, Thursday afternoon, more showers will be in place, as well as for us. Then on Friday, we'll be clearing out into mostly sunny skies. Now as we look for this Wednesday afternoon, high temperatures will be in the upper 50s for Seattle, 58, with showers in place that will continue throughout the night and into the Yakima Valley. High temperatures will be into the low 60s. Now as we look at the inland northwest, high temperatures will be into the low to mid 50s with partly cloudy skies. And now we take a closer look into our Columbia Basin. We do have high temperatures on Wednesday in the upper 50s here in Alpharetta, Moses Lake, 59 as the high, in Royal City, 60 as the high for this Wednesday afternoon. Now in your 7-day forecast, we do have showers returning on Thursday, but for Friday, once again, we'll have dry conditions, mostly sunny skies, and high temperatures will be into the mid 50s, as well as for this Saturday and Sunday, although will have mostly cloudy conditions once again, and also a very chilly start to the day. Now for this Wednesday, high temperatures for us here in Alpharetta would be in the upper 50s, lows in the upper 40s. Same for Thursday, showers and for Thursday night, then a nice day on Friday, and also a very nice weekend for us in store. Then the temperatures will drop slightly, starting off the next work week into the low 50s. This segment was brought to you by Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. We'll be back with sports.
You don't need me to tell you that 4 and all-wheel drive time is on its way. But maybe you didn't know your local Toyota dealers are gearing up for the season with special savings on our top-selling 4 and all-wheel drive models. From tough Tundra trucks to our best-selling CUV RAV4 or Venza, the perfect blend of all-wheel drive with safety and style. Plus many others. The bottom line is exceptional 4 or all-wheel drive savings just in time for winter. For full details on these and other savings, visit any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I'm Cindy Carter, your Grant County Commissioner. Currently, I serve the 92,000 residents of Grant County, working with over 700 employees, 11 different labor unions, and providing oversight to an annual budget of $131 million. I have served in this capacity for 7.5 years, working closely with each department and office, reviewing their individual budgets to ensure a balanced overall budget so the county can remain fiscally strong. I'm Cindy Carter. Please vote for me in the 2014 election as your Grant County Commissioner.
Central Washington eked out a 3-point home win over Lincoln in the initial meeting between the teams on Saturday.
John McDonald split the uprights from 41 yards out with 1 tick on the clock, and Central beat Lincoln 17-14. Lincoln held a 6-0 lead at the end of the first 12 minutes of action. The Wildcats got on the board with a second quarter 73-yard pick six by linebacker Kevin Haynes. His 4th interception of the season, and a McDonald PAT sent the Wildcats to the break up 7-6. Running back Morris Henderson's 17-yard fourth quarter run and a successful 2-point conversion put the Blue Tigers back up top 14-7. Central knotted at 14 all on a Jake Nelson 4-yard scamper with a little over a minute and a half left in the game. The Wildcats came up with a huge turnover when Tovar Smith strip sacked Lincoln quarterback Owen Jordan with 24 seconds to go.
That's a huge play. You know, our captain, our number 44, all that stuff, you know, flushing the quarterback out, getting him to scramble, and then knocking the ball out. I mean, that's just a heady play of a great defensive player and a kid we're you know, building this defense around right now.
Central's Mitch Hallidane recovered the ball. 3 plays later, McDonald connected on the game-winning kick.
Big Bend volleyball split games with Blue Mountain and Treasure Valley. The Vikings dropped their game to the Timberwolves. The team bounced back with a win over the Chuckers. Blue Mountain dominated the first set, winning 25-13. In the second set, Big Bend came fighting back, but fell short 27-25. Blue Mountain would then go on to win the third set 25-14 and take the match in 3 straight sets. Sierra Linke had 9 kills and 15 digs for Blue Mountain. Kylie Giles and Maddie Harris both had 22 total assists. For Big Bend, Shania Bateman played well with 5 kills, 12 digs, and a team-leading 40 assists. Rebecca Egan had 10 defensive digs for the Vikings. Big Bend pulled out a 4-set win at Treasure Valley last night to even its record at 6-6 in the East Region standings. The team has 2 games left in the regular season and needs to win out to have a chance at postseason play. Well, there are a couple of local teams are going for championship wins tonight. Moses Lake Soccer will look to defend their Big 9 title versus West Valley. The winner will host a first-round state match. Ephrata Soccer will travel to Ellensburg for a shot at the CWAC title. And Moses Lake Volleyball takes on Sunnyside in a Big 9 district match. Be sure and tune in tomorrow night for the results. We'll be right back after this.
I'm Daryl Pheasant. I've been your treasurer for 28 years. I take my oath seriously, following the laws consistently and fairly. This complex job depends on experience. Experience to run a $200 million public investment pool. Experience working with state agencies, banks, attorneys, title companies. Experience to know the law and be able to explain it. With reduced staffing, we need a working treasurer. Let me continue working hard for you. Public service, experience, leadership that is unmatched. Vote Daryl Pheasant for County Treasurer.
This is Garth Dano. I'm asking for your vote for Grant County Prosecutor and have practiced law here with my family for 34 years. I care about this county and the people who live and raise their families here. I'm committed to improving our justice system in Grant County so we can all be proud of it. I will hold serious offenders accountable and will work with all our police officers to protect the public. Currently, it takes 3 to 4 years to have a civil trial heard in our courts. I am committed to working with the judges to solve this unnecessary delay. Please vote for me in the upcoming general election. I am Garth Dano and I approve this message.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the history of the American flag that sits atop Beasley Hill overlooking Ephrata. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
For more than 50 years, it has stood atop Beasley Hill, a glowing red, white, and blue icon of patriotism overlooking Ephrata. Today, the American flag of some 300 colored light bulbs is a bit tattered by stormy weather. But as long as the Beasley Hills Community Flag Alliance is around, Old Glory will always remain and be maintained. Those who look up to the 40-foot-tall flag in the distance can thank Ephrata residents such as Bill Robinson, who helped erect it in 1959. Robinson at the time was president of the Ephrata Junior Chamber of Commerce, also known as the JCs. Today, Robinson is a 92-year-old World War II veteran. He explained what the flag means to him.
It's America. That's all we got, and that's what we all stand for.
Robinson said the idea for the flag on the hill came up during a JC's meeting in the late 1950s.
We were always looking for projects. Somebody in the crowd brought it up, and we went from there.
Robinson, volunteers, and linemen with the Grant County Public Utility District placed power poles and strung the wiring for the light bulbs. The bulbs were dipped in colored paint to match the U.S. flag's colors. Building the flag required a lot of driving up and down the hill to look at it from a distance to make sure it looked like Old Glory.
We didn't have any radio, any communications back down the hill and over on Ephrata. Over, back down the hill and back up the hill. Back down, back up. Sometimes we'd be working up there till midnight.
For years, the flag was switched on by someone who drove up the hill in the evening and turned it off in the morning. Today, it has an automatic timer as an on-off switch. During Christmas time, the flag is designed to switch on a Star of Bethlehem. During Easter, a cross lights up. Jane Montani, a leader with American Legion Unit 28 Ladies Auxiliary in Ephrata, is the Beasley Hills Community Flag Alliance secretary. She said aging American Legion members are looking to the younger generation to keep the flag operating in the future. To volunteer, Montani can be reached at 509-754-4889. She and her husband Mike, both active with the Ephrata American Legion, bought their home in Ephrata because it had a view of the flag. She commends those who keep the flag operating in all kinds of weather.
Most of the time, our volunteers are really very, very courageous and get up there no matter what. We did have somebody a few years ago that put on snowshoes to go up and check on a couple things.
Bill Robinson, who has seen the flag light up for more than 5 decades, said he believes the younger generation of veterans should help keep the flag glowing.
I think that's an obligation that they have to. That's a pretty precious piece of material, that flag.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber1 News.
And we'll be right back.
I'm Jacob Taylor, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor. As a certified public accountant, I hold myself to the highest level of ethical standards. As a former assistant state auditor and the current director of budget and accounting for Grant County, I have spent my entire professional career working in governmental finance. Please vote to ensure your next county auditor is certified with the experience and integrity necessary to lead Grant County forward. Vote Jacob Taylor, CPA, for Grant County Auditor.
Hello, my name is Michelle Jaderlin, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor. So why should you vote for me? I've lived here for 30 years, and for the past 23 years, I've worked for Grant County. I know every aspect of the job. The people at the county know and rely on me, and know I will be here when they need me. The auditor handles a great deal of money that needs to be accounted for by someone who is committed to serving the people of Grant County. My name is Michelle Jaderlin, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor.
Welcome back. Samaritan Healthcare was honored by Big Bend Community College as their Partner of the Year for their support of the college's nursing program. For the last 12 years, Samaritan Healthcare donated $760,000 in support of the program. The Big Bend Community College Foundation commissioned a bronze sculpture in recognition of Samaritan Healthcare to be displayed at the ATEC building. Spokesman Doug Sly stated it is the foundation's policy to commission a sculpture recognizing donations to the college or the foundation that exceed $100,000. Samaritan Healthcare has financially supported the nursing program for a decade. The funds are used for a shared nursing educator, faculty salaries, nursing scholarships, and biomedical equipment. A man was arrested for racing on Valley Road in Moses Lake with an unsecured infant riding in the front seat. Moses Lake Police were dispatched to Valley Road late Saturday night for two Hondas racing westbound. The two cars passed the area where a drive-by homicide occurred the night before. Officers stopped both cars near Cascade Park. According to Moses Lake Police, on Monday, one driver had an infant riding in the front without a child seat. Emmanuel Diaz Figueroa, 22-year-old Moses Lake resident, was driving a red Honda Civic. He was arrested for reckless driving, negligent driving in the first degree, reckless endangerment, and having an unsecured infant in the front seat. Jackie Harden, a 21-year-old Moses Lake woman, was driving a black Honda Civic. She was arrested for reckless driving. Both cars were impounded by the Moses Lake Police. In Northwest News, construction should be mostly completed this year, and some professors could move in early next year at the new Wine Science Center at Washington State University, Tri-Cities. The Tri-City Herald reports a grand opening is planned in March at the $23 million center. Students could start taking classes next fall. One wine industry executive, San Michelle Wine Estates CEO Ted Basler, says the Wine Science Center at Richland will do for Washington's wineries what the University of California, Davis did for California's wine industry. The new building includes chemistry, microbiology, and plant pathology labs, as well as 192 fermentation tanks. Classroom desks are wide enough to accommodate wine tasting glasses. Monday was the first day back to school after the deadly October 24th shooting at Marysville-Pilchuck High School. And to help the students transition back, hundreds of people lined the streets to remind them they are not alone. Hannah Kim was there for the emotional show of support.
Everybody was sad, but it was kind of nice being together.
It's impossible to miss the wall of support outside Marysville-Pilchuck.
I feel like it doubles every time I come here.
Hundreds lined up this morning, reminding students they are not alone.
It was really cool, though, coming in and seeing everybody waving and knowing the community is really there for you.
Once inside, the school day was nothing close to normal.
They had singing, and then they gave you a flower when they came inside, which was really cool, because then everybody got to have the little red and white flowers.
Students first gathered for an assembly at 10:30. After that, they were given time to lean on each other, time to heal.
I think they're doing a really good job of easing people in.
The cafeteria where freshman Jalen Freiberg shot 5 students is now off limits. Students ate lunch in the gym.
I wouldn't eat in there. I don't think I'll eat in there even if it was open.
Yesterday they had people, specifically a meeting for people that were in the cafeteria to come in and talk about it with their parents. And I know a lot of parents are here today too with their kids.
Dozens of alumni, extra counselors, and police are here too.
We still have families in inconceivable grief and communities that are pretty shaken.
I think we're going to have to be prepared to support these kids probably for the next several years.
Parents want to keep their kids close, but they know they can't be here for every moment.
I got to believe in myself and believe in these teachers and this faculty and the community that, our children are going to be safe.
And so far, the support is tremendous. People of all ages, students from all over Washington are sharing in the pain.
You realize again that it is your home and it hits you all over again.
The young lives lost are not in vain.
We all have a chance right now to make a change, to go up to that person that's walking alone and say hi to them and to touch their lives, because we don't know what's going on inside their heads.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.